Palm Beach County is one of the most desirable places to live in the country. It's beautiful, it's calm, it's sunny almost every single day, and for a lot of people, living here feels like a breath of fresh air. But even a place that feels like paradise has its realities. And if you're considering a move, I think it's important to understand the full picture, not just the highlight reel. In this video, I'm breaking down the real pros and cons of living in Palm Beach County, the same way I walk through this with my clients, with honesty, data, neighborhood nuance, and what it actually feels like to build a life here. Pro number one: outdoor lifestyle and natural beauty. Let's start with what people feel immediately when they arrive. The outdoor lifestyle. For many families, it becomes the biggest quality of life shift. In Palm Beach County, you truly live outside. You have miles of coastline, beautiful parks, biking paths, and endless ways to be active outside, even without trying. For families, this is where the transformation really happens. Kids play outside year-round, after-school beach days become normal, weekends are spent exploring trails, shopping in green markets, grabbing acai bowls, or even watching the sunset at the pier. And the thing is, this isn't just nice weather. It's how these small daily outdoor moments like eating dinner on the patio, sunrise dog walks, kids running through sprinklers in January change your overall happiness. Pro number two: economic growth. Wall Street South. It is one of the biggest differences between Palm Beach now and Palm Beach 10 years ago. We're officially known as Wall Street South, and it's not just a nickname. The numbers back it up. Palm Beach County has attracted more than 460 corporate subsidiaries and regional offices in recent years. Finance firms like Citadel, BlackRock, Point72, and Goldman Sachs have expanded here, and it's not only finance. You're seeing major growth in healthcare, including the new Cleveland Clinic expansion, aviation, hospitality, logistics, and tech. What's interesting is the ecosystem that forms around this. Founders, executives, and families come in, and so do advisory firms, private wealth offices, consultants, and startups. For entrepreneurs, it's a city filled with opportunity and collaboration. You meet people who are building things, at cafes on Clematis, at charity events on the island, or even at your kids' school activities. And for executives who have already been transferred here or who work remotely, the momentum is energizing. Palm Beach isn't just where people go to retire anymore, it's where they go to build their next chapter. Pro number three: no state income tax and financial advantages. This one is huge, especially for people relocating from New York, New Jersey, or California. No state income tax, a predictable financial environment, and a business-friendly climate. And for executives, founders, and retirees, that stability matters. It's about having the mental space to focus on your family, your business, your lifestyle, and your long-term plans. Pro number four: it's high-quality life, world-class dining, shopping, and culture. One thing that people are consistently surprised by, especially those moving here from New York, is the level of lifestyle and culture here. You'll find exceptional restaurants led by world-class chefs: Harry's, Adrian's, Milo's, Le Bilboquet, Felice, and dozens more, plus amazing local cafes and family-owned spots that quickly become part of your routine. Shopping is equally elevated, with iconic Worth Avenue to Royal Ponciana Plaza with outdoor dining and weekend fitness, the square in downtown West Palm Beach with the new Nora district under development. The lifestyle keeps expanding. The cultural scene is incredibly rich. The Kravis Center brings Broadway tours, orchestras, ballets, and family shows. The Convention Center hosts everything from the Palm Beach Art and Antique Show to national conferences and inspirational events. For families, there are art museums, science centers, festivals, kids concerts, programs, something for every age. And on a more practical level, the towns are clean, well-maintained, and supported by strong hospital systems like Cleveland Clinic, Jupiter Medical, and Good Samaritan. It's all here: the dining, the culture, the wellness, and you can enjoy it at your own pace. Pro number five: neighborhoods for every lifestyle and every season of life. One of the biggest advantages of Palm Beach County is how many different lifestyles it can support. If you love being near the water, Jupiter and Boca have incredible waterfront options. If you want top-rated schools and family-friendly neighborhoods, places like Jupiter, Wellington, and Palm Beach Gardens are hard to beat. If you want a walkable, more urban feel, West Palm Beach gives you that energy with its restaurants, coffee shops, and new luxury condo towers overlooking the Intracoastal. There are equestrian estates in Wellington, country club communities with every amenity imaginable, and quiet neighborhoods where kids can ride their bikes from house to house. And then of course you have the ultra luxury enclaves: Palm Beach Island, Jupiter Island, Manalapan, places where privacy, architecture, and history all come together. You can find neighborhoods that fit exactly where you are in life and where you're heading to next. Pro number six: long-term stability and meaningful appreciation. One of the questions I get asked the most is how Palm Beach County real estate holds its value, and the answer is that it has been remarkably stable over time. A big part of that is geography. We're working with limited land, a protected coastline, and communities that are already highly desirable. You're not buying into a place that's hoping to grow someday. You're buying into an area that people consistently choose year after year. For high-end buyers, especially those looking for waterfront or island properties, that scarcity becomes even more meaningful. These aren't the types of homes that can simply be recreated. They're unique and they're finite. But even outside of the luxury market, families appreciate the steadiness here. When you combine strong demand, stable migration trends, and thoughtful development, you get a market that's more reliable. Moving on to the cons. Con number one is the cost of living and housing prices. One thing that's important to acknowledge is that Palm Beach County has become more expensive to live. This area has grown in popularity and naturally the cost of housing has followed. Home prices are higher than they were a few years ago, insurance costs have risen, and depending on where you're coming from, property taxes might look different than what you're used to. For families, especially those relocating from out of state, this is where clarity matters. Understanding the difference between neighborhoods, school zones, insurance requirements, and the types of homes that fit your budget makes the transition so much smoother. Insurance is another topic that comes up often as it works differently than in many other places that people are coming from, especially if you're coming from the Northeast, Midwest, or West Coast. Companies look closely at things like roof age, impact windows, elevation, and overall condition of the home. Older properties may need updates, but newer construction usually is pretty straightforward. I walk my clients through step by step, making sure that they know exactly what is expected before they write their offer. We look at wind mitigation reports, roof timelines, elevation considerations, all the little things to help the insurance process feel predictable instead of stressful. So yes, insurance is something to be aware of, but it's not the reason to avoid moving here altogether. It's simply part of buying a home in a coastal region. And with proper planning, it becomes just another box to check rather than a hurdle. Con number 3, seasonal traffic and busier winter months. Another thing to keep in mind is Palm Beach County has a seasonal rhythm. From about December through to April, the area becomes busier. Many seasonal residents return for the winter and tourism increases. The energy of the county shifts a little bit. With that comes a few adjustments. Reservations at popular restaurants become important. Main roads like US 1 and I-95 become a bit more active, and weekend activities have a lot more visitors than you might be used to seeing. But even at its busiest, it's nowhere near New York or LA level congestion. Con number 4, hurricanes and weather preparedness. Hurricane season is another factor that people ask about, and it's important to understand realistically without the drama that sometimes gets attached to it. Yes, we live in a coastal region, and that means there are times of the year where we have to prepare for storms. Newer homes are built to very high standards. Impact windows, reinforced roofs, updated building codes, all of these things make modern construction incredibly resilient. Even older homes can be brought up to strong safety standards with shutters or upgrades. When a storm does approach, people know the drill. You secure outdoor items, you make sure you have the essentials on hand, and you stay informed. And more often than not, it goes right on back to normal within a day or two. And in many ways, the trade-off, which is sunshine almost every single day, year-round outdoor living, warm winters, is one that most people are more than happy to make. Con number 5, limited public transit. It's a car-centric lifestyle. One practical thing to be aware of is that Palm Beach County is more car dependent. Unlike some major cities where you can rely entirely on subways or trains, daily life here typically involves driving. The good news is that driving here is generally easy, and many have golf carts for their neighborhoods and local stops close by. The Bright Line has become a great addition for longer trips, whether you're heading down to Miami for a game, visiting friends in Fort Lauderdale, or taking the kids to Orlando for the day. But for everyday routines, having a car is essential. Con number 6, school quality varies by neighborhood. We have many excellent A-rated public schools, especially in areas like Jupiter, Palm Beach Gardens, Wellington, and parts of Boca. But like any growing county, school zones can shift and certain pockets perform better than others. This isn't a drawback as much as it's something to be mindful of. For families looking for private education, there are a lot of strong options. The Benjamin School, St. Mark's, Oxbridge, the King's Academy, and many other specialized options, including homeschool co-ops or hybrid programs. When I work with families, we talk about school priorities, and then we align neighborhoods accordingly. Con number 7, the summer heat and how daily life adjusts. One thing you should be prepared for, especially if you're moving from a cooler climate, is the heat in the summer. July through August and September can feel very warm and very humid. And during those months, the rhythm of daily life shifts a little bit. You naturally do more things early in the morning or later in the evening. If you're someone who likes to work out outside, those sunrise or sunset hours become your sweet spot. Families adjust too. Kids spend more time in the pool, at splash pads, or doing indoor activities during the hottest parts of the day. Before long, it becomes second nature, in the same way that winter becomes part of life in the Northeast. The payoff, of course, is the other 9 months of the year when the weather feels perfect. So yes, the summers are hot, but they're manageable. So taking all of this into consideration, I genuinely believe Palm Beach County is one of the best places in the United States for individuals, retirees, and families. You get sunshine, safety, natural beauty, strong schools, incredible amenities, financial advantages, and an all-around more active lifestyle. Yes, there are realities like insurance, seasonal traffic, and weather prep, but when you understand them and make informed choices, Palm Beach County becomes an extraordinary place to call home. And if you're considering a move and you want a strategic advisor to help choose the right neighborhood, school district, and long-term home, I would love to guide you through that process. I'm Joel Poulin, your Palm Beach broker. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.